Okay, I may be completely insane, but I am caught up on both the new Doctor Who and Star Trek Discovery. It's getting very, very difficult on me because Discovery is out on Thursdays today, and Doctor Who's out on Fridays. So it is 2 hours within 48 hours of just insane brain damage, skull rot on television. Some of the worst I've ever seen. On both counts. Now, I'm a huge, huge Star Trek fan from way back, and that's kind of my jam. And so I maybe am a little sucked in by the, like, I got to be a completionist here. Same with Doctor Who. But I do it for you. And really what I've wanted to do is make this video where I compare the two. Now, this is interesting. I'm going to do a full comparison of both shows and really dive deep into like how we feel about this for both Doctor Who and Star Trek Discovery, the two of the worst travesties ever to exist. Now this came to my mind because Russell T Davies gave an interview about a week ago to Collider, saying that he became a huge Star Trek fan because of Discovery. It makes a lot of sense why Doctor Who's so bad now. If he's watching bad film, you know, what you get in, you put out, I guess, to some degree, unless you learn from their mistakes, which he's actually trying to amplify those mistakes to make some of the cringiest Doctor Who in history. Now, my name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling science fiction author, and I would love for you to come in on my trilogy, The Arishan War. There's a full trilogy. Read it all this weekend or listen to an audiobook. You got both options right there for you. And I'm building a space exploration series that's going to be spinning out of this. It's actually going to be titled Valiant Frontiers. And I'm very excited to get that to you. I've been writing this over the last 2 weeks. It's going to be my best writing, and it's some of the most fun I've ever had writing. I hope you'll enjoy it. So catch up on the lore, the background. I'm going to maintain continuity, something both these shows fail to do, because that's important. Maintaining continuity is kind of everything for storytelling. And I hope you'll check this out. I'll put that link in the description below. Thank you guys so much. You bought so many books over the last month. It's really made my month. And you are amazing fans. You're amazing readers. And I appreciate you a lot. Something, of course, the Doctor Who and Star Trek producers will never tell you because they hate you. So I looked at this, and I found a Medium post that said 10 essential elements for movie reviews, the cinema scale. So we're going to go through these, all 10 of them, and then rank them. I'm going to give a 1 for better than the other, and a 0 for better than the other, and the one with the most points at the end, Doctor Who or Star Trek Discovery, will win. So let's go with the plot. Now, Doctor Who, we've had 3 episodes, and they're kind of loosely disconnected. The plot of the first one was not memorable. Oh, the space babies. How could I forget? It was all. I didn't mind the plot of that as much as a lot of people did. But it was centered around like anti-abortion message, which failed. And then the Maestro, I don't even know what the plot was. It was such a train wreck, so I can't even give it anything for that. And then the third one was like a bottle episode where he was standing on a landmine for the whole episode, and super boring. So the plots are pretty rough there. But Star Trek Discovery's plots are also pretty rough. I don't know what to do on this one. Right now, the season. I'll just stick with season 5, so it's season to season. Season 5 is a clue chase where the crew is like trying to find these clues hidden hundreds of years ago. And each episode, like, you find a clue that's going to build this thing, which is going to show them a path to find this like ancient technology device, which is supposedly able to create life or something. As a plot goes, I guess that's not that bad. I think the problem with it is it's stretched out over 10 episodes. If it was one episode, I probably wouldn't mind it that much. But that's not the plot's problem. The plot is actually okay. So for our first element here, the plot, we're going to give Doctor Who a crap because their plots have been crap. And Discovery, I guess I'll give them this. Oh, my God. So next is attraction, the premise and entertainment value. Oh, boy. So Doctor Who's premise and entertainment value is a gay black man in space, and time. And Discovery's is gay black lady in space. Oh God, oh no, what do I do? Gay blacks in space, gay blacks in time, gay blacks in space, gay blacks in time. I'm gonna give them both a 0 for their premise. I can't even do it. They both suck. awful. Now the themes, Doctor Who's themes are really, really subversive. They are horrible. It is anti-abortion, pro-transgender, pro-homosexuality. That's all they're talking about in the entire episodes. That's all this is about too. Geez. Well, at least they don't have abortion, I guess. And they do have a little bit of a like we need to unite together despite our differences going on a little bit with this. They have a new commander who's under Michael Burnham, who she lectures, because she's a wise black lady and he's white as a male. So he's always like so brash and rash, but sometimes he makes the right decisions, and so like she needs to listen to him and value everybody's opinion. That feels a little better than Doctor Who. I guess I'll give Discovery this one too. Oh boy. Oh no, acting. Oh God. Gatwa is the worst actor. He's so bad. Coming from David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, it's painful to watch this guy overact. Millie Gibson's acting is terrible too. But so is the Michael Burnham actor. I don't even know her name. She just it feels like she's playing herself. Being like a lecturing black lady. It's painful to watch. But the guy who plays Saru, this guy here, is actually pretty good. He's playing this weird alien, and he actually sounds like a weird alien. Who do I give the acting chops to on this level? I don't even know. This is really tough. I think I got to give it to Discovery again. Oh, the dialogue. Oh, no. Oh, this is really painful. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to relive this. This is like giving myself PTSD going through each of these categories. This is really rough watching Gatwa with all of his weird, like, lesbians. Oh, your song about lesbians. You'd make a beautiful lesbian couple. Oof, very painful. But then Discovery's got like lectures on pronouns and like and all that. And we had this scene on Trill where the non-binary person who like got grafted out of the Trill person who's like a transgender female, non-binary. I'm very confused at who's what at this juncture. There's so many genders. It's tough. Having to deal with their like breakup. Was some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard in my life. I guess I got to give it to Doctor Who. At least Stephen Moffat's episode was a little better than that. Cinematography. Discovery's got some of the worst cinematography ever. It's generic sci-fi action show. It doesn't feel or look like Star Trek at all. It feels very cold and dark all the way around. And then they use lens flares way too much. It's freaking terrible. I actually think the cinematography in Doctor Who's pretty good. That's actually the real deal. Is it's all bright and shiny. It's got really cool looking sets and everything. It's got cool directing. And it's got a beautiful skin suit on a dead corpse. So cinematography, actually, Doctor Who, the new Who, wins on this level too. We're getting close. Editing. Oh boy. So we had at the end of Russell T Davies' episode, second one, like a 5-minute gay dance scene where they were singing and dancing that made no sense because this is supposed to be a show kind of grounded in reality. And so they busted into a musical. Pretty bad on the editing level. That said, Discovery's so slow, I can't sit through an episode. So, oh man, I fell asleep during Stephen Moffat's episode because it was so slow also. But that was one episode. The other two at least were a little bit fast-paced. So I think I'll give the editing to Doctor Who just a little bit. Soundtrack, Doctor Who's okay. There's nothing that bothers me out of the soundtrack so much. I think Discovery's symphonic orchestra actually is really nice sounding. So I'm going to give Discovery a win in the soundtrack here. Directing, again, this comes back to gay song and dance numbers, but the directing actually is pretty sharp on things. Even in the landmine episode where they're just stuck there, standing there, they actually like they try to vary it enough where it looks pretty cool. The directing in Discovery is a little over the top again. It makes that generic sci-fi feel. All the sets, all the way they stand in the corridors. It's really a boring look. And so I'm going to give it to Doctor Who again on this. The it factor. What do they call the it factor here? One of a kind and transcend. Oh, geez. They both don't have the it factor. They both suck. But as hard as it possibly can go. Oh gosh. It's I've got my tie 4-4 right now. This is the worst. This is it. I'm gonna have to give the it factor to one of these shows. This is horrible. But at the end of the day, I really think like I dread watching the Star Trek Discovery episodes because it's such a long season of one plot that's like stretched out to 10 episodes more than I do Doctor Who, because it's like, oh, I'm going to get this over with. I'm going to see how bad it is. Maybe I'll get a little bit of entertainment out of it. So I guess I'm going to go queer eye for the straight guy here. And say that Doctor Who has the it factor. So that's the totals right here. The total, we have 5 for Doctor Who, New Who, and 4 for Discovery. So just by a slight margin, new Doctor Who is better than Star Trek Discovery in the battle of the woke, sucky shows Olympics. Whew, this was a horrible video to make. I wish I didn't have to think about any of the things in this, but there you go. Leave a comment down below. Do you agree with me, or do you have a different opinion? Are you a big Star Trek Discovery fan? Is there anybody who cares about that at all? I never hear anybody talking about it anymore. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon, and make sure to check out the Stars Entwined before you go. Bye.